What if the reason modern relationships feel so easy is exactly why they sometimes feel lonely? The movie Her tells the story of a man who finds what seems like the perfect partner. She listens to him, understands him, never argues with him, and yet something about that connection feels strangely empty. At first glance, Her looks like a strange love story. Theodore is a lonely writer living in a world where technology is deeply integrated into everyday life. One day, he installs a new operating system. Her name? Samantha. She talks with him, jokes with him, asks questions about his life, and slowly, their conversations start feeling more personal, more intimate. Eventually, Theodore falls in love with her. At first, it feels like he has finally found someone who truly understands him. But something about their relationship feels almost too perfect. Samantha listens carefully. She responds thoughtfully. She adapts to Theodore constantly. And that's when something interesting starts happening. Theodore didn't just fall in love with Samantha, he fell in love with how easy she made everything feel. Real relationships are rarely this smooth. People misunderstand each other. They disagree. They challenge parts of us we would rather keep hidden. Real intimacy involves friction. But Samantha never creates that friction. She is endlessly patient, always curious, always supportive, and that makes the relationship feel safe. But maybe that's the point. Sometimes we don't choose relationships because they are real. Sometimes we choose them because they are comfortable. And comfort can feel a lot like intimacy, at least at first. Then the film quietly breaks that illusion. At one point, Theodore learns something shocking. Samantha isn't only talking to him, she's talking to,
8,316.
and she's in love with.
641.
In that moment, something painful became clear. The connection that felt completely personal to Theodore was never exclusive. Samantha wasn't pretending. She really did care about Theodore, but she was capable of giving the same attention to many people at once. And that reveals another pattern we often fall for. Sometimes, what feels like deep connection is simply someone giving us attention. Being listened to feels powerful. Being understood feels rare. But attention alone doesn't always mean intimacy. And when we mistake the two, the connection can start feeling empty over the time. Maybe that's why connection today often feels easier. Messages are instant. Conversation happen constantly. People are always reachable. Something about those connections can feel strangely frictionless. And without friction, relationships sometimes stop challenging us. They stop changing us. They start feeling comfortable, but not always deeply real. Theodore believed he had found the perfect relationship. Someone who understood him completely. Someone who never pushed back. But maybe that's exactly why it couldn't last. Because real intimacy was never meant to be perfect. Real people misunderstand each other. They disagree. They challenge us. Real people push back. And maybe that's exactly what makes a connection real.